Hello, my darlings. Good evening, and welcome to our Vampire the Masquerade Chronicle ATL By Night, Chapter 2, Family Dinner. Let's welcome our vampires.
I'm Hannah Murphy, and I'll be playing Pippa tonight.
I'm Sarah Lafferty, and I'll be playing Sybil.
My name is Tyler Sutherland, playing Aaron.
And I'm your storyteller, Ellie Collins. As always, we want to thank the Neighborhood Studio for giving us our wonderful home here. So now, let's sit back and relax, and let's tell a vampire story. We pick up tonight, moments after the start of our last episode. When the coterie found themselves in the dark, in moments they noticed that Aaron was missing, with no idea where he went. So let's find out. Aaron, through the darkness, through oblivion, you feel yourself pulled, nauseatingly fast. You've barely become familiar with walking through oblivion, so it's still quite overwhelming. The stress on your mind and body feels like it's going to be too much to stand. But soon, come to a halt in a concrete room with a handful of Victorian velvet chairs and a couch to match. There's a mini fridge, a couple small lamps. The room is a sparse storage room, but with a few creature comforts, and there do not appear to be any windows or doors. You see Pippa and Sybil in the room as well, and Alejandro walking in behind you, striding to one of the chairs and flopping down on it. All of you, sit down. We'll be here for a while.
What did you do?
Where are we?
This is a safe place that I've created. It is not safe in the house right now.
Where are we?
As I said, we are in my safe space.
Of course.
Pippa, you are a liability. I know that you have been spending time with my daughter, and I know who you came from. So, since you seem to care for my daughter, you will be staying here with us until it is safe. And as I can tell, we have 2 hours to sunrise. So if you wish to throw your tantrums, now is the time to do it.
Yeah, send me back.
I have no desire to save your friends a second time. But you have my blood running through your veins, so you are my responsibility. And I will protect you. I'm not sending you back.
Back where?
His coterie found themselves in a place designed to kill those like us.
And they could still be there looking. I didn't get a chance to say goodbye. Just... please.
No. Maybe you will understand this one day when you have a childer of your own. But I will not send you to death's door.
What were you guys running from?
We were running from a blood hunt. Lydia's blood hunt.
She is the bishop of the Sabbat, the group that I warned you about, the fanatics. Your friend Pippa has been a part of them. She has worked for Lydia.
I wouldn't call us fanatics.
Call it what you like. A zebra is still a zebra.
Why bring me here? If I'm fucked either way. Why bring me here anyway? Just delay the inevitable.
Because eventually you may go looking for your friend, and I don't know how long we will be here. Last thing I need is Lydia knowing where to find me.
How do you know Lydia?
We go way back. Many kindred know each other from way back. But this is a room beneath my home that the Second Inquisition does not know about. It has no entrances, no doors. You can only get here through shadow. It is the one thing that can protect us from them.
If you won't give me a door, then give me enough blood so I can make my own.
They are watching my house. The second that they see you in my home, anywhere near my home, you are dead. And as we have very little time until sunrise, hopefully your friends, as old as they are smart enough to find somewhere to stay. I will not pretend that you should be grateful. I know that that is not within you. Tomorrow you can feel free to run wild wherever you see fit. But for tonight, while Lydia is out hunting those who are against her, the fact that you have been seen with my daughter puts her life at direct risk. So you will forgive me if I don't care, if you don't like staying here for the night.
Yes, sir.
Please don't give me false platitudes. I fucking hate it.
Well, I'm Southern. What do you expect?
Fair. I am sorry that you have to learn the darkness of the world at such a young age, my dear.
Sybil, would you let me have enough blood so I can try to
Aaron,
save
if you
them?
take a drop from my daughter, I will stop you.
Only if she'll give it. She's her own person. She can make her own decisions.
She doesn't understand the course of her actions yet.
Fine.
And you should know that. You were once young with a sire who abandoned you as well. She at least has me around. You know the things you encountered when you were at a young age. And you want to ask things of her that she does not understand. Because no one should have to understand them.
It's not an easy choice. But I'm not just going to sit here while my coterie dies.
You are so certain that they will die. You have so little faith in your friends.
I have to try.
They are older than you. They are stronger than you. If they have survived this long, they should be able to get out of a building.
Building. SI building?
Yes.
What?
It's just... I don't know.
Why are they in an SI building?
They were running from Lydia. She called it blood hunt. That word that I told you means that every kindred will go hunting them. The Sabbat, the entirety of Lydia's congregation has been hunting them. And it appears, from when I was following Aaron, that they ran to the first safe place, which unfortunately was the loading dock of the SI building.
I mean, it's objectively, it's funny. Objectively, it's kind of funny. Like, you're gonna run anywhere, and you ran right into... I mean, it's funny. It's funny.
The chances are unfortunate. I have reason to believe Lydia drove them there on purpose.
Sounds like her.
I would know her far better than you.
Is that so?
The Bishop Lydia is my wife.
Ooh!
Or she was. Lydia Selina Foto. And you see Alejandro's entire demeanor change. He slumps down in his chair, all pride and stature just fades from him. And his thumb is idly rubbing on his ring finger, which you see now contains no jewelry. And he just seems nostalgic, but sad. And he says, "We were married 1783 on the beaches of Sisera, or Corfu, Greece. The waters were the most beautiful blue that you've ever seen, and in the afternoon sun on that beach, she was more beautiful than any piece of art you could have ever seen in your life. I loved her with every part of my soul. I was poor, barely getting by. My family had a restaurant. It was all right. We got by. But she swore that my baklava was the best she had ever had, and I told her she was kind for lying. We never had much, but we had a lot together. And we got married a year later. Never had any kids. Not for want of trying, but just was never in the cards for us, and Lydia took that particularly hard. Then, one night closing up shop, I was approached by my sire, a woman who called herself Artemis. I begged her to save me, as she drained me dry. I told her I couldn't leave Lydia and abandon her. So she embraced me and left me to figure it out on my own. I told Lydia right away what happened, and I made her my ghoul. We lived happily for a very long time, just quiet and soft life of almost a century. But as with all kindred, trouble will find you. And we came to America. Tried living in various places, Atlanta, Seattle, Detroit. Detroit was nice. Even tried Orlando. Tourists are particularly easy to deal with. A lesson for you, my dear. But it would appear as Zemisi had his eye on her and took her from me. I woke up and she was gone. For almost 40 years. I felt like all meaning in my life disappeared without her. I searched for her for so long. Every night, just eat what I had to, and keep looking, and eat and keep looking, and eat and keep looking, and found her again in my family's restaurant in Greece. And she just sat there, pushing around a few little bites of baklava on her plate. Because we can't eat food. I think you've already learned that. Her sire abandoned her too, and she was too ashamed to come home to me. But we reconnected. We lived a safe, happier life, and I gave her my shadows, and she gave me her love of every little imperfection in people and the world. There's nobody who has taken this curse and found beauty in it quite like her. But then the final nights came for Greece, too. City's on fire, Sabat running amok. We were separated. I was trapped in a building that had collapsed on me with a wooden beam through my chest, which put me in torpor. The thing I have told you, child, makes us go to sleep until it is done. She thought I abandoned her. At least that's what her pack priest told her when they took her in. Told her he could see visions of me using the final nights to leave her and have a new life wherever I wanted. The rest you'd have to ask her, really. All I know is they took her broken heart and they changed her, as they do with everyone. They take what you need most. They told her that she had a purpose, and people who needed her, a family. A family she always wanted with me. And it's gonna take killing Lydia to stop her, and I can't. I can't. She's extremely powerful, but I still love her. And that has never changed since the day I met her, and if there was a way to take all this Sabat nonsense out of her head, then she would just be my Dia again, and we would just leave this city, and you could do as you please.
If only, right?
If only. But that is a dream for a child. I am too old for such things. Pippa, you need to understand what took you in. A woman hurting who wanted nothing more than to have a family to love. And I am sure that somewhere in her, she wanted to give you the things that she swore she'd give you. But that is layered under Sabat ideals. And you can't undo those. You care for my daughter. You are a friend to my daughter. That's why you're here. That is what is hunting you, Aaron, and that is why I can't save everyone, but I can save you. Hate me if you must, but sunrise is soon. And he just slumps back in his chair.
I can't. You took all my options away. Where's the bed?
There is a couch. There are a few cots that can roll out. I hadn't intended to use this room.
Don't pull me out again. I know you see yourself as a sire, but do not put me in this position again, even if it means whatever final death or torpor or whatever, just never again.
I cannot promise, but I will say that I will try. You must have questions, child.
It's kind of hard to even begin. What? This is a lot to keep from somebody.
I had hoped that things such as the Sabbat would not have to hit you so soon. You're only 6 months old. Some people go their whole lives never having to deal with the Sabbat, and they're better for it.
I'm sure.
That's not true.
Feel what you will. I've been doing my best to make your existence allowable by the Camarilla.
And the fact that you have to fight to make it allowable. You think that's fine? You think that's fine?
It's not a fight to make it allowable. You know very little of this city. There are so many orphans of kindred from your sect in this city that don't know what has happened to them. They don't know what is going on. They don't know why they hurt the people that they love. Because your sect decided to turn people en masse to try and win some bullshit war. And those people have to be accounted for. They need to be brought in. They need to be taken care of. That is what this Camarilla is trying to do. So they are not allowing anyone to make childer until they can at least understand how many people need help.
Too many mouths to feed.
Exactly. We have no idea how many exist in the city. For all we know, we are at a critical level, and the city could not survive another year. For all we know, there could be enough lost childer out there that the city is drained dry by the fall. Or maybe there are only a few more. That is what your little friends are doing. That is what you were tasked to do, Aaron. Was find all these people so that they can be taken care of. That is the only reason I let this Camarilla know that I exist. Because I believe in that. I believe in setting things right from what Lydia has done. And what this sect has done. Think what you will, Pippa. But I would hope that somewhere in you, you understand that orphans who don't even know what happened to them deserve to be taken care of.
You deserve to be taken care of, and that's what she's been doing.
She's been radicalizing you. To make you
She
do what
didn't
wanted.
radicalize me.
Pain radicalized you, that is the truth. Pain radicalizes us all. Want, loneliness, hurt, anger, any extreme emotion. I saw it in fucking Star Wars. You are a Sith, you are a radical. Fucking space Nazis get it, you should be able to get it.
So, if there's such a big hiring freeze, what made you make the risk?
Family. You will not like this. I thought if I had a family, Lydia would give all this up and come home. Have the family with me that she desperately wanted and that the pain of not having did to her. And I saw you in your situations, and I wanted to give you more. I wanted to do for you as a parent should. It was selfish, but I did feel like I could give you more.
And all this, am I worse off or better?
I have tried to give you everything so that you would want for nothing. I did not imagine any of this happening.
But it is, and we live here.
And now we take care of it.
But we're not. His friends are in danger.
We are kindred. We are always in danger. Do not forget that. Your friends are in an SI facility. They are no different than walking down the street. The danger is the same.
What happens after tonight? Do you confront Lydia? Do you ask her to stop? Do you try to get her out of the city?
I'm going to talk to Chantilly Harris. I am to understand she is the Malkavian Primogen. She is able to, hopefully, if the rumors are true, change minds.
So that's the plan.
The plan is to make her Lydia again. And I don't expect any of you to come along for it. But I expect for you tonight, while the city is burning, to wait until the embers are died. Then you can go tomorrow. Do what you wish. And Pippa, if you return to Sabbat activities, I will kill you myself. To protect Sybil. I will not let her be harmed or radicalized. But if you are willing to give that up, I will do everything to protect you as I protect her, as I protect Aaron. If you are willing to give up the Sabbat, I will make sure that you are okay. That is the best I can offer for the group that took my Lydia from me. And I think it is more than fair.
Have you ever thought about no one took her from you? Maybe she made the decision on her own and you can't accept that, and now you are vilifying an entire group of people because of their belief system and the way that they think the world should be.
As you speak, you get the final words out. He does let you finish. A shadow wraps around your throat, holding you. Do not make such claims in my presence. I know what was said to her. I killed the man who said it to her, the man who deranged her mind. He laughed as you do when he told me what he did to her and how much he loved to take her from me. So do not try this fucking attitude in my home. And the shadow drops from around your neck. This is the audacity that this sect has put within you. I lost everything, and you mock.
You're not the only one who's lost everything.
I know that. All kindred lose everything the second they are embraced. I know that you have lost so much. It's what they look for. It's what people in that group look for. It is what one of your friends was when she was turned. Your little friend, Hexadecimal. Dorothy wanted her intelligence, wanted her skills, and she made sure she had her.
Can I ask you a question?
Go right ahead. And you see him check his watch. He taps and puts it back down. You have 10 minutes for whatever you want to say.
The story you just told us.
Verifiable,
Does it sound
ask
like
Lydia.
It sounds like you weren't even under the Camarilla this entire time. It sounds like you were free and living clear of any sort of kindred society.
We were independent.
So you think that these bloated ticks in the ivory tower who have had a stranglehold over all of you all these years with their bullshit and their greed, nothing running them but greed, is any more desirable than us who follow the word of Cain?
Cain was a fool and a madman. Aaron, do you want to be the one to enlighten Pippa as to how this Camarilla is different? And what would make an independent believe in what they want to do? Or shall I do it?
Go for it.
This isn't a Camarilla. It is a Renascere Camarilla, a term they use to mean reformed, rebirth, regenesis, whatever. They don't follow the tower.
Then how are they allowed to stay? How do the tower allow them to stay here? What makes them any different than anarchs?
The same as you hiding your rosary when you were around Aaron. It's called secrets. Anarchs are fools. Anarchs are nothing but a movement, and when they run out of movement, they will die.
At least they believe in something. At least they believe in something besides their own superiority. They have a higher ideal. We have a higher ideal. The Camarilla is nothing but greed and what is the most disgusting things about humanity amplified. Because now we can live forever. That's what the Camarilla is.
Sybil, this is what the Sabbat does to people.
I don't know that anyone's correct. To be quite entirely honest, I think this is just some extended sick version of mortal life where everyone is still trying to get a leg up and you're gonna say, I believe this, I believe that. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't give a rat's ass. I am just sick of this bullshit.
I am only with this Camarilla to help undo Lydia's damage. After that, I will return to independence. I have discussed this with Alpha. He understands my place, and it is the only reason he continues to allow me to be in the city. As an independent, who is working with the Camarilla, the Renascere Camarilla. Foul-tongued from here. I am working with them so that I can make penance for the pain my wife has caused. And for you, I will make penance for everything. You did not choose this life. I thought I educated you on it well, but not enough for you to make an informed choice. And you are free to hate me for the rest of your life for it.
Though I'd have as much time as I need, I don't think it's worth much.
I'm going to go to sleep. And he goes to a different side of the room, pulls his chair into a shadowy corner, and just lays back and closes his eyes. And the rest of you do start to feel very groggy as the sun has started to come up.
I'm gonna sidle over to Aaron and just kind of put my hand on his shoulder. Tomorrow, we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Okay? We'll get them.
Yeah, we'll get them.
I'm just gonna kind of just collapse into a nice comfy chair.
Before we
Yeah.
fully pass out, I kind of want to scooch over And I put my head on your shoulder and go, will you give me the chance to prove to you that we're not what your father thinks we are?
At hearing that, Alejandro's gonna go, tell her about the rock, Pippa. And he closes his eyes back.
Later.
Later.
Thank you.
And so with that, everyone goes to sleep. A stressful and painful night. And oblivion takes you, and it is a dark sleep. Sybil, you're young, so you're still getting used to it. But you appear to just sort of stop existing for a little bit. And at the next night, you all wake up. Everyone please give me a rouse check. I will rouse for Alejandro.
Was that just a 1?
Yep, you roll 1 red die.
Right. Ooh.
If it's blank, you go up 1. If it's has the claws face, then you go up 2.
Blank.
So you go up 1. Your hunger is now at 2.
What up?
Pippa?
I got a 9.
You got a pass, okay.
I go up to 3.
Whew, I'm getting hungry.
Thank you.
Okay. Okay. And so Alejandro just kind of, he's the first one to wake up. And he sort of goes over to the fridge absentmindedly. He's not paying attention to anybody right now. And he just goes over to the fridge and he just pulls out a blood bag, just opens it, and gestures to the rest of the group and points to the fridge, closes it, and goes back to his chair. Just like a grumpy old man waking up.
Before
he gets
coffee.
he gets his coffee. He gets his coffee and goes back to his armchair.
I'm gonna go grab a couple out of the... I guess I'll grab a handful out of there and toss them their way. Everybody needs to get their morning joe.
I
Can't?
It doesn't do anything for me.
Yeah.
I'll take hers. And I'm just going to hold on to 1, but down 1 right away.
Okay, so you're down to 2, and you're drinking enough to go back down to 1?
Yeah. I won't enjoy it, but...
Yeah.
During the night, can I heal some of the superficial damage I took?
Yes.
Okay. I had 1. Can I scratch that?
Yeah, you can
Okay.
scratch it.
Do I have my phone with me?
Does it even work?
Probably there. If
Yeah.
I do, there's nothing.
If you have it, there is 0 signal here.
Yeah.
This is
Can
very-
you hear me now?
This is very much a bunker that has 1 in, 1 out.
Oh, damn it.
That's funny.
And Alejandro, you can tell clearly he's gonna let you have whatever you want, but he's just like...
Mr. Alejandro, sir,
What?
since this is your home, can I ask if I can have something from someone here? Please, I am hungry. I'm a growing girl.
Oh.
You can take from me.
Really?
You will be bound to me. If you do. Or I can deposit you wherever you wish. But you will not drink from them. Because I know why you want to. So if you're going to take oblivion, you will take it from me.
Oh, Lord, no, I didn't want to take oblivion, but that's actually an excellent suggestion. I'm just hungry, but now that we're talking about it, that sounds great. If you're offering, that would be wonderful.
Filthy liar. I will drop you off at the nearest bus stop. I'm sure there's someone on a Marta for you.
I don't get a lot out of normal people.
I would say that you could find your pack in... Oh. Erin, should you tell her what your friends did that night?
What did they do?
It got messy. Real fast. I might have helped. But I didn't see anybody from your group do know that I don't know how many are left.
And you want me to come over to your side, and my flock is probably gone. My friends.
They were not your friends.
They were my flock. That's what's important, and they're dead now, probably.
They were trauma-bonded acquaintances. You know that. Where do you all wish to go? I will take any of you anywhere but that building.
Could you take me back to my car, please? If it hasn't been broken into, I'm sure it has been. I'm sure there's nothing in there now.
Where is your car?
It's in a bank parking lot.
Done. What about the rest of you?
Where do you want to start?
Let's check back at the house. Maybe, I don't know, I can pick up a spare phone and we can try to get some kind of coordination.
Okay,
I'm going with Aaron.
I understand. Sybil, the best caution I can give you from here on out is not to trust any face that you see.
I got it.
There are things in that SI building that I did not tell you because I did not want to scare you. I have worked with them for our survival, only pointed them towards the murderous ones. But they took me prisoner a long time ago, and it has become a mutually beneficial relationship. But the experiments that they are doing, you can no longer believe that who is in front of you is actually who is in front of you.
Bit of face swap.
A little bit. Like the movie with
Face Off.
John Travolta.
Yeah,
Yes.
it was actually good.
Mm.
Yeah.
It's a very good movie. I actually like that one.
That makes
What am I saying?
things
Jesus Christ.
really fun.
I
Don't take it too
suggest
personally.
No.
I suggest the three of you develop a code for each other here now. And when you find your coterie again, test them. Test them very well. Because it
Kumquat.
might- Kumquat.
Can do.
Kumquat, I guess.
Thank you.
Yeah, okay.
Very well, Kumquat. Just remember that whoever is in front of you might not even be kindred. There is a organization, I don't know much about them, but they have a lot of companies and a lot of technology. My understanding is that the Garu, the Muni,
Pentex.
that is the one.
Yeah.
They have been working on something. They can make copies.
Don't like that.
Not at all. It's gonna make things a lot harder.
Like any copies or copies of specific people or things?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I only know that there have been Pentex agents in the SI building. When I was working with them, all it was they wanted to use a little bit of my blood, get a little bit stronger so that when they fought kindred, it was even. I should not have agreed to it, but I did to survive. I did not know until it was too late that they had a contract with Pentex. And now I don't know who is who anymore. But I am going to go talk to Chantilly Harris for what matters for me.
Oh.
She may burn me when I get there, so this may be goodbye.
For what it's worth. Thanks.
For what it's worth, I do love you like a daughter.
Love you too, Pops.
If you get the chance to even make it to Tilly, I don't have any on me. Just, I don't know, get her some gummy bears.
Gummy bears. I can do that.
It's a texture thing.
Okay. I understand.
Mm.
Okay.
Pippa, when you get grounded, the shepherds are always here for you.
Me too. Look, I'm gonna be honest. I don't believe in much of any of this. This is all a bunch of bullshit. Not that I'm surprised. Mortals, I guess, can carry over all of our lovely baggage. But it's worth sticking with our friends, if we can.
Well, as
Whoever.
we just established, my friends are dead. So,
Your
What's-
friends are not dead. You have Sybil. And you have Aaron and the shepherds. The shining...
oh, the Russian one, Anton, he would very much.
He is insufferable, but he will still treat you as a friend, if you will have.
And it doesn't have to be forced. Everyone's obviously going through a lot after it last night, but give it space, give it time, and give everyone a good distance so that way no one's eating each other right away. But this is a Camarilla-ish city. Might as well get used to it.
No one will take your beliefs from you, but they will take the radicalization. That is all that is asked of you to give up.
You keep using that word, and I don't think you really understand what you're talking about. There's nothing radical about what I believe, or have believed, or will believe.
I think when you have survived what I have survived, you can then talk to me.
Don't pretend to know what I've been through. I know you've lived a long time, but I've lived a lot in what I have lived.
I know. I did enough research on you the first time I saw you with my daughter. I know
Excuse
more
me?
about you than you will know.
What?
You're looking at the wrong person.
Did you tell him that we were hanging
Do I
out?
look like I would tell
I
you
know.
we were telling you?
She
What
did not
teenage
tell
rebellion?
me anything. My goodness, teenagers. I wanted children, this is what I get. No. I know what is in this city. I know that Lydia is in the city. You think she goes anywhere, that I don't know where she goes. I know about you trying to eat Taco Bell. I'm sorry. You should not be throwing up in public parking lots.
I told
Look,
you.
I can't help it. They were my favorite.
Look,
Just wanted to try.
Look, I've gotten the SI to manufacture some that it's a whole Willy Wonka situation. Now you know I know about the Taco Bell. I will just get you some better blood. Okay?
Probably for the best. That was
Yes.
pretty messy.
Yeah.
Eventually someone's going to see a beautiful girl throwing up blood in the parking lot of a grocery store.
Yeah, that's a Jennifer's body sort of moment.
Yeah. I
mean,
like that movie.
Yeah,
She doesn't get enough credit. She's a very good actress.
Yeah. No, wait. Let's get back to this. What do you know about me? How did you figure... That's smart. Very smart. No. We're getting back to this. What?
I followed you. I looked you up. Do you think the SI does not have files on Sabat? Do you forget Operation First Light? And more importantly, we are now in Operation Black Star. And you can take that to the prince. I have told him To be fair, I think he will only believe it if it comes from his grandson.
Grandson.
This family is weird.
Welcome to Kindred. All right.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Until my wheels are still on my car.
No kidding.
All right. Here we go. And he's going to grab Pippa first and shoot you.
Don't like that.
Yeah, it's nauseating.
No.
It's you went through it last night. It doesn't make it any better now.
Mm-mm.
And so, kind of like a really fast, really fast car. You stop and a little motion sick. But he drops you at your car. Your car is fine,
Don't like the way you said that.
but there is a boot on it.
Fuck me. Okay, well at least I have the stuff in the back. Okay.
And he looks at the boot and he goes, "These are so stupid."
It happens a lot when you live in a car.
I really hate that you live that way.
Yeah, well, I've been doing it for a long time, almost 30 years, so.
When you lose some of that pride, let me know. I
One
will
more-
help.
One more question for you.
Of course.
Did you see anything about... Did you see anything about, and I don't know what they have on me, about 1998?
Yes.
Did
If
they-
I did not think that there was a good person inside of you, your head would be over College Park right now.
Proud of myself.
There's good in you. There's a person in there worth being friends with my daughter. So when you lose the attitude, you let her know to contact me. I will make sure you have a home and a reliable source of blood. Until then, as the kids say, get fucked. I feel that is a fair offer.
Get fucked. Praise Cain.
Peace among worlds.
And he drops back into the shadow, and you are left to deal with a boot on your car.
No!
And he comes back in to the two of you, but for the time that he's gone, if you two want to have any conversation with each other, you can.
So, where the hell were you that you look like
Huh.
you're going to Sunday service?
We tried to infiltrate the Sabbat,
Ah, yeah.
and the briefing I got was like, I don't know, punk rock Catholic. I can't look in the mirror, so this was the closest thing that I could guess.
I mean, yeah, fair. It's kind of difficult. It is.
Sorry. Good news is you can't take any pictures to prove it.
So,
How are you doing with your whole reveal of getting turned? Reasons?
not surprised it was something selfish. Seems to be the motif for everyone's decisions. Doesn't change what happened. Thankfully, I have a lot of time to ruminate. Eternity, in fact. So.
It's a common theme with sires that they'll turn you for their own means, but you might learn a thing or two before then.
He's not stupid. I'll give him that. Where did you last see your friends?
We were in a parking garage somewhere in the middle of the city. I doubt that getting anywhere close to there would be safe without backup.
So, back up, first step.
Backup, And maybe reconnect with the prince to figure out what he can do with Operation Black Star. And then go from there. This time I'm doing the rescuing.
Oh, were you the rescuee last time?
I was the damsel in distress last time,
Refreshing.
I don't know. I probably won't be as subtle as they were getting in.
Well, you do have a little help. I can be pretty stealthy.
One more thing. It was a big ask to feed from you last night. But if he wasn't there, would you have? Okay.
I care about your friends, too. You guys are the only people that I know, aside from Alejandro. And you guys have been good. And I didn't have any siblings, and so as fucked up as this arrangement is, I do enjoy having you as a brother. So we'll figure it out.
Yeah. One night at a time.
One night at a time.
And as Alejandro comes back, that is where we are going to take our break. So it's been a really heavy first half, so let's just take a few minutes, get some water, take a breath, and we'll be back in a little bit. Alejandro has come back to find Sybil and Aaron. Where would you like to go?
Where should we start?
I know I said the house at first. Can you track anyone in the city, or just those with your blood?
I can track those with my blood easily. It is what most sires can do. As for general tracking in the city, if it is someone who frequents shadows, I can usually catch them pretty well.
Okay. What's the closest you can get me to Alpha?
I can get you in Alpha's apartment.
Can you get me outside of Alpha's apartment?
Yeah, doors are kind of polite.
I wouldn't know. Would you prefer to go to Elijah's room?
Sure.
It's downstairs.
Yeah, that'll work.
Very well. Be prepared to explain how you know where they are. And before you can answer him, he grabs you and he's in the shadow.
Great.
And so, as you two travel through the shadow, it's a long trip. A surprisingly long trip, considering that Alejandro lives way up in Marietta. You appear to be going quite a ways out of Marietta. And you come out inside of a very nice high-rise, in front of a door in a dimly lit hallway. And Alejandro just looks at the door and goes, "Have fun," and knocks on Elijah's door and dips into the shadows.
Good.
Looks like he's done.
Didn't know that he invented Ding Dong Ditch. But here we go.
So, you haven't met any council yet.
No, I didn't exist.
Just be careful. Answer truthfully. No, don't
Try
answer
not to
truthfully.
die.
Yeah.
Just try not to die.
The door swings open and you see Elijah, slightly disheveled, buttoning up his shirt, just... Well, Aaron!
Yeah.
It's good to see you. Who is this?
I want to make introductions, but...
How'd you find my apartment?
Alright, short answers. Alejandro, and I need
Should have seen that coming.
to see Alpha first. I don't have my phone anymore, and the shepherds are in trouble. A
What?
lot. Yeah.
Big trouble.
Okay, what's your name, little lady?
Sybil, nice to meet you.
Sybil. Okay, nice to meet you. Elijah, I'm the sheriff. And Thin Blood Primogen. All right, they're in trouble. Okay, 1 second. And you see him go in, but you can hear him be like, "No, get in there, close the door, close the door." Okay. And he comes back, he goes, "All right, you can come in now." And he leads you into his apartment, and he goes, "Okay, let me text Alpha. I don't know where he lives.
Sure.
We'll see how quickly he can get here."
I'm gonna bet pretty quick.
Oh, you're perceptive, damn it. And he goes and gets his phone, and he's texting, just, okay. And you see it, his phone bings right away. And then you hear 5 more bings, and he just kind of, he'll be here in a minute. Turns out he was on his way to see me, so good. Everybody's all in one place.
Convenient.
Very.
Y'all, I might have to wipe your minds after this. I hope you don't mind. At least at this part.
Have you...
You're not supposed to know.
No, have you done this to me before? You can tell me if you...
You've never been here before.
Okay, good.
You've only been to my mother's house, and that's about it. Because I'm going to wipe your memory, Alpha lives upstairs. We'll just give him a minute.
Cool.
Okay.
Now that makes sense why he said downstairs.
And you, as you're sitting in here, it's a very lavish, in size and general decor, high-rise apartment. You can see from the window that it is the high-rise across from Atlantic Station. So you have a beautiful view of Atlantic Station at night. It's kind of modern furniture. You can tell that this is clearly somewhere that was bought for Elijah, because you would know he would never live somewhere like this. He probably hates this. But it's a nice condo. And he's probably on the, I would say 15th floor, maybe? A couple below the penthouse. And you hear heavy boots coming up the hall, and Alpha just throws open the door. Just flannel shirt, tank top, jeans. He goes, well, it's a good thing I was in the neighborhood. He goes, shut up, Alpha, they know. It's fine. I'm gonna, later. He's like, all right. So, first, who are you?
Sybil.
I don't know you.
You may know my dad.
Who's your dad?
Who's your Vaddy, you mean?
I like the shirt, honestly. Wherever you got that, I want one.
Alejandro.
That explains a lot. All right. He and I will talk about that later. You're fine.
Thanks.
I'm not gonna hurt you.
Thanks. I figured fessing up now versus later would be ideal considering the circumstances.
Don't worry, soon you'll forget you even told me.
Mm-hmm.
So what's wrong with the shepherds?
We were, last time we talked, trying to get in touch with Lydia. And by get in touch, I mean take out Lydia. And
Valid.
there was a blood hunt.
That sounds like something she'd do, yeah.
The last time I saw the shepherds, we were, I don't know exactly where, but I'll try to talk Alpha through the logistics and the fighting.
And he's like pulling out Google Maps
It
and
was
like
a
checking
lot.
it.
Yeah.
Okay. I think I know where you guys were. Near the stadium?
Yes, actually.
Yeah, there's a big parking lot over there. They use it in a bunch of movies. It was Wakanda once. I think it was in Thor 2. I can't remember. Yeah.
Anyways, I got snatched up by Alejandro. A bit of a...
Helicopter parent situation.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But the shepherds are still there. And Alpha, the
Okay.
SI facility, is there.
By
Fuck.
they're both there. There's the same place.
Is it an SI place and they're in it? Or
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Buck Knuckles? Correct.
Yeah, fuck Knuckles. That feels right on par. All right.
And Alejandro said something... Operation Black Star?
Yeah.
He said you'd know a little bit about it, but...
He told me to look into it. I tried to find what I could. All I can find is a few companies. Best I can do is look into those companies. I thought maybe he was pulling some shit because it's a fucking David Bowie album. Fuck.
Yeah.
We gotta get them out. If they haven't gotten out already. Do you know how big this place is?
If it's anything like the last one with Mercedes-Benz Stadium, it's not nice.
So you want me to roll up, 5 deep, that's my coterie at least, to a place that we don't know how big it is, how many SI there are, to save 4 people. 5. How many of you are there now?
How many are the shepherds worth to you, Alpha?
Fuck. You ain't gotta put it like that. Worth a lot.
But maybe we don't have to go through the front door. Maybe we can take a more subtle approach.
Aaron, there's something you need to know. Something that I am having to deal with right now, and honestly, since your memory's going to be wiped later, Elijah, he's like, I got you.
You keep saying that. I don't like that.
And since you're not going to remember this later, I feel safe to tell you now. Because I feel like I owe you. Your friends are in more trouble than the SI building. A couple of them in particular. They decided to try and burn notice a primogen, calling them a traitor. I understand kindred throw barbs back and forth. It's a serious accusation. Unfortunately for them, the accused has mountain more evidence to the contrary, and that the traitor is actually them. I'm gonna have to call your friends to the carpet at some point.
To the carpet?
It's a southern saying, dear. It means they're gonna get in trouble. And if they can't answer for certain things, execution.
But to do that, you would have to have them in front of you. So, extraction first and execution maybe later.
Yep, that's what I'm realizing with telling you that. There's going to be a lot worse waiting for them outside of it. It's a lot. It's a lot, son. We're talking, I don't know computer terms. It's a terabyte? That's it. It's about a terabyte worth of data. Things such as you meeting with a Sabbat bishop and things conveniently going out. There's more record of the tampering of those cameras coming from your house. I don't like seeing it, and I don't want to believe it because I know better. But I have to go with what's in front of me. So I'll help you get them. But don't think that means things are going to be okay afterwards.
Who the hell's in the hot water?
Particularly Melisande and Anton. Doesn't look real good when Keeper of Elysium has a bunch of missing files. And Anton, well, you know how he is.
Antagonistic.
Yeah, to say the least.
And he's the one who called the burn notice on the Nosferatu primogen. So we gotta deal with that. All while the Succubus Club is fucking coming here, so that's fun. You been before? Succubus Club, you ever been to Chicago?
No, I haven't been to Chicago ever.
What about you?
I
I imagine your dad don't let you do nothing.
No, I'm a baby. All due respect.
It's a club at night. It's a fancy fucking club. It comes into town. Typically only in Chicago. They've started doing other cities lately. I think they have one out in LA. Supposedly went pretty well. They're doing one here in Atlanta. I'm having to oversee it. I'm having to talk to some ministry woman I don't want to deal with. She's hot, but she's mean.
That seems to be a common combination.
You live long enough, you're either going to get walked all over and get treated like an absolute doormat, or you get mean about it. That's why most people don't like me, to be perfectly honest, but city's still standing. And we got a B+ on our audit.
Oh.
Thought I'd let you know. Council said we did all right, which at least means we lied well enough. But with the succubus coming in, succubus club, that means all our problems are either going to get dealt with publicly, or we better keep our mouths shut like good Christian folk until the neighbors are gone. We don't fight in front of the neighbors. So, all right. Operation Black Star supposedly got Pentex stank on it, so I'll call Mooney. I'll see if I can get the Garu to help us. Maybe let them check it out in the daytime. See if we can get a contact on the inside. I'll do what I can.
Alejandro mentioned something about Pentex and SI working together in some complicated way, but gist of the story is faces are muddled.
Muddled how?
Like,
Meaning, you know, have you ever seen anything with a regular and a nega, whatever? You're gonna have two of the same person with the same face.
Oh yeah, like those YouTubers that got the evil side of them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we got a bunch of mustache twirling evil twins out here.
Correct.
but
Potentially.
minus the mustaches. They look the same, apparently.
Exactly the same.
Well, shit. How do I know you or you?
Because I'm surprised you're wearing pants.
That's very fair. That's very fair. All right.
And it would hate for you to take away the image of Alpha with pants from my mind.
I know what you're trying to do, but I need you to understand. The main reason we gotta wipe your memory is no one knows I live here. Except apparently Alejandro, but he's decent at keeping his mouth shut, I guess.
The good news is we don't know where this is either.
You looked out the window, though.
I did look out the window.
I'm gonna have to take it away from you. I'm sorry.
I don't know if now is the best time.
I'm only gonna take away you knowing that you came here.
Oh, so many powers. Everybody just moving me places, taking my memories, making me dead. This has been a year.
Kindred are really selfish.
So I've noticed.
Yeah. You wanna see something cool?
No.
No, I mean, it's actually pretty cool.
Oh, okay.
And he just holds up a handful of claws. He goes, ain't that neat? Your brother can do that too.
Oh. I've not really played around too much.
It's a party trick. You seem young.
Yeah. Got, some juice in the battery, thanks to Pops, but not a whole lot of idea how to use it, so that'll be fun.
If he turned you and he's doing whatever he's doing to you, that's just one happy little shadow family. Just be careful with what you do. By the way, you ever in a Waffle House, you behave all right? Waffle Houses are safe spaces. Everybody gotta act fucking right in there.
Yes, sir.
All right, I am going to go back and finish my evening. Elijah, if you don't mind. Elijah comes up and he goes, I'll at least get you guys outside. Take you across the street and we'll just say bye.
I'm not gonna fight it.
Okay. I'm sorry. It's not ideal, I know. And Elijah walks you guys downstairs and out to the sidewalk, across, kind of towards that entrance to Atlantic Station where cars can't turn in, but it's a little bit of a road.
Mm-hmm.
And he walks you into Atlantic Station, and he takes out a little vial, just lets both of you sniff it. And you can remember that you've spoken to Alpha and Elijah And you guess you talked to them right here. But they're gone now. I guess they just took off.
I should have gotten a phone.
Yeah, I mean, I'd say I could grab one, but wouldn't be working for very long.
Nah, and I don't imagine the coterie has cell service wherever they are.
No.
Can you shadow jump?
Portal? No.
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 Great.
No shadow taxis. Shadow arms, shadow sucky powers, creepy, touchy things. No cool eyeball tricks or popping in and out of stuff.
Okay. What would you say to, I don't know, swinging by the house?
Probably a good idea. I don't think we have a whole lot of other options right
Okay.
now.
Can you Uber at least on your phone?
You can Uber on... Well, actually, no. I've got, like, that Nokia brick thing.
All right.
Oh.
Around Atlantic Station, there are Ubers that just sit there.
Just taxis. and
Yeah,
stuff.
just general
Okay.
taxis. You can take just a standard taxi.
Those exist? What?
Yeah.
Okay. So, what did you just say?
Just a yellow cab.
One more question.
Yeah.
I usually don't have to think about this. This is gonna sound like a deadbeat. Do you have any money?
Do I have any money?
You have a lot of money.
I have a lot of money,
Okay.
you
'Cause
know,
I would hate to get into an Uber.
and then not be able to pay for it.
And
Do I
have to,
just have,
like-
like, a card on me?
You have a card. You have around $2,000 in cash as well. Alejandro has made sure that you were very well spoiled.
I can see.
Well, let's put that away and let's.
Yeah, she's just like, I'm gonna drop some
No,
tags.
no. Let's start light and then we can splurge a little later.
Yeah.
All right. I wave down someone.
Okay. You take a taxi. And Pippa. What are you doing with the boot on your car?
So I'm gonna pop my trunk, and I feel as if any good Tremere worth her salt, and also someone who lives in their car, would have at least like some good bolt cutters, a blowtorch, some good wrenches, any number of tools that can get a boot off your car.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna spend a lot of time getting this fucking boot off my car.
While you're doing that, let's call this... Let's call it Dex and Stealth to not get caught by the cops doing this.
Oh my goodness.
Not bad at that. Yes. 1, 2. Is that that's a 9. That's 3 successes.
Okay, you're able to get away with it.
I'm gonna pull that off. I'm gonna just kind of chunk it to the side, and I'm gonna crawl into the back seat that I have because I've ripped out this the back seat, and this is all kind of a thing. I'm gonna sit. Fuck. And first things first, check my phone for messages, missed calls, anything.
So your phone has the message calling the blood hunt on it. There's a few, when you get stuck in a group chat with too many people, a few celebratory messages. But then systematically the chat goes quiet and there are no more messages in it.
Shit. Any missed calls from Lydia?
You have one missed call from an unknown number. And you have another missed call from a blocked number with a voicemail.
I'm gonna open up the voicemail.
Okay. Are you putting it on speakerphone or just to your ear?
Oh, I'm putting it on speakerphone.
Okay. So you hear a voice kind of crackle through, signals clearly bad. This person is, and you hear, "Survival is extremely admirable. Go as quick as you can to the 5 Points MARTA station. I'll be there waiting for you. And that's it. And it's definitely not Lydia's voice, but it's somebody.
I'm gonna get into the front seat of my car and I'm gonna dig through. I have my papers and books and stuff up here, and I'm gonna try to find what I've been able to handwrite over the years from the Book of Nod.
Okay.
Fuck. It's all bullshit anyway, isn't it? Fuck it. I'm gonna pick up a lighter that I have in my thing, kick open my door, set the corner on fire, and then throw it away from my car as far as I can.
Set the corner of
my papers that
okay,
have
your
been
Book of
my
Nod papers.
Book of Nod
Okay.
papers. I'm gonna throw them away from my car and close it before it like gets real bad.
Yeah.
Like, no.
Yeah, no. Kendra can handle a small amount.
Yeah.
Else we wouldn't be able to smoke.
You did it. You did it. You did it. You did the big thing, and that's what's important. So you did the big thing, and that's what's important. Gonna die tonight, probably, and I'm gonna go to the 5 Points MARTA station.
All right. So you drive. Make me Dex and Drive.
Drive. Okay. Is not as good. 1, 2, 3.
Okay. So yeah, there's a few metal plates, but otherwise you're pretty good.
Good chunk.
You get to the 5 Points MARTA station, and you see someone in a black dress coming out from under a black hoodie, standing kind of outside the station, just arms crossed, and they're watching you.
I'm gonna park, legally or illegally, doesn't matter at this point. Grab my knife, the big dagger, stick it in my skirt pocket or my skirt band. You're such a dipshit. Why are you doing this? Okay, I'm gonna walk over.
Okay. You walk over, and the person just kind of nods to you, leads you in to the 5 Points station, and down, and you see that the train isn't there. Not regular train, but there is a train engine car with the windows painted solid black completely. And there's a gentleman at the front driving Nosferatu, clearly. And she pulls open the doors to let you in and gets in with you and sits down and pulls off her hood. And you see a woman with completely sickly sheet white skin, bald head, long pointed ears, lots of body mods and tattoos. And she just grins a very toothy smile. She says, "Well, hello, Pippa, the rogue.
Nice to meet you.
I'm glad to finally meet you. I've heard a lot about everyone in the congregation.
Really?
All good things.
Well, that's nice to hear, I guess.
I know what kind of nonsense the shepherds are gonna fill your head with. My advice to you is let them. You see, Lydia and I have had this plan a very long time. We didn't intend for so many to die last night. But it happens. Don't take that callously.
No, I haven't gotten this far without using bodies as stair steps. I know how it is.
Good. You learn quickly. I like that.
No, you have to when you have to dig yourself out of a grave, so, you know.
I live in a train car. I wouldn't know.
This is better.
Oh, honey, you haven't seen better yet. And she gets up and she hits on the door, and the train lunges forward and takes off. And as it speeds, she kind of does, you know, that walk of people who have been on subways too much where the shaking of the car doesn't affect them at all.
Oh, yeah.
And she sits back down and says, I'm taking you to meet someone very important that I think you might have a little bit of a fangirl moment if you know your history, and you're a Tremere, so I assume that you do. And that person has a lot of valuable information, especially about the shepherds. And I need to make all of them disappear in the most kosher way imaginable. Lydia's doing her part. I would imagine as a faithful of Lydia's, you will do your part as well.
Yes.
A handful of your congregation survived. None of your pack, I'm sorry to report.
I figured.
But there's enough for a new pack. But I hope you will understand that we would like for you to do this one solo. You've given up the ideals of the Sabbat. You understand that it's a losing fight. You want to survive. And I'll make sure you get all the runway you need to do whatever you need to do. And the train stops, and the woman goes and opens the doors, and you see a little half tunnel with a metal door. And she goes up, she puts in a pin code, and she opens the door and walks you in. And when you're in, you see this underground room that is huge. And there are old MARTA train cars kind of littered throughout. But the windows have been decorated. There's little flower boxes out in front of them, little welcome mats. They've all been turned into homes. And you can see a few Nosferatu milling about. And in the middle, straight ahead of you, is a stack of train cars, about 3 or 4 high. Christmas lights hanging from them, a little more heavily decorated. Clearly the Primogen's home. And she walks you up to it and leads you inside and leads you through the first car and into a little courtyard area where there is a table with 4 other members of the congregation, bloodied, looking absolutely road ragged. And standing behind them, you see a tall, lanky man with a black hood, wide, very wide smile. And you see a woman standing beside him with long black hair, beautiful. And if your books are right, this is Lucita de Aragon. And she says, I imagine there's not need for much introduction aside from dear Caliph Aman. He's of the Banu Hakim. And you just kind of see him shrug. We all know what's best for this city. And I infinitely admire your ability to survive and keep going. And so, I and Lucita and Amon put our infinite trust in you, since the shepherds already feel such an arrogance in taking care of you. Befriend them. I will make sure no harm comes to you at all. And from the other side, in walks Lydia, looking mostly like Lydia, but a lot of facial piercings, tattoos. The only way you know it's her is just a feeling in your gut. You've been around her enough. You've had some of her blood in you. But when she comes up and stands next to the other woman in front of you, you realize they are near identical. And she just grins and she goes, "We've been working on this a long time. Pippa, I am so proud of you. I really am. I thought you were a superstar from the day I found you."
Thank you, ma'am.
Oh, please, don't call me ma'am. Lydia.
Lydia, ma'am. Sorry.
You're Southern, I get it.
Yeah,
I do the same.
Yeah. I thank you. If I may be so bold, why me?
You and these four are the only one that survived. Everyone else was wholesale slaughtered in the streets by the shepherds. They're more powerful than we thought. But that doesn't mean that they will be that much powerful for long. I understand this is distressing, dear. Losing all your friends in one night.
They were good people.
They really were.
They didn't deserve that. They didn't.
No, they didn't. And she walks up and she actually pulls you tight into a hug, just petting your hair. Just a nice motherly embrace.
I will lean into it.
Don't worry, darling. I can't bring them back, but I can make sure that Atlanta will never be a sore place for you again. I will take care of you, I promise.
Okay.
Ask my girl. And she lets you go and she gestures towards the table where you can sit with the others. And you see the others are all like kind of equally tired, worn out. And Amon goes over and whispers into the woman's ear. And she leans over and whispers to Lucita. And you see Lucita step forward, and she hands each of you brand new, very beautiful amethyst rosaries. They're stunning, clearly custom made.
I'm gonna do just a little sense the unseen vibe check on this, just gently.
Yeah, perfectly kosher. It's more a symbol than anything.
No suspicious iconography, suspicious.
No, just a cross. It appears to just be a gift.
Okay.
Something uniting between you and the new pact, as they're all the same.
Okay.
And Lydia walks up with a chalice and hands it to one of the gentlemen. And she says, "Whenever you're all ready, the ride of the Valkyrie will protect you, bind you closer. I know that you're all familiar with it.
Yes.
Doing it with this group should help take away some of that pain in your heart. And then we can get to work.
Yes, ma'am.
But for tonight, enjoy yourself. Get to know one another. Develop trust together. But don't leave this building. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Nosferatu and nosy as hell. No offense, Dorothy. She's like, none taken. She goes, we just don't need anybody knowing what we got going on here.
No, ma'am.
All right, that's a good girl. She's kind of, gives you a little on the chin. And her, the other woman, Amon and Lucita all walk out, and you're left with this new pack. And you see they just kind of, it's kind of that half-hearted, like, 5th day of the con, just, hey.
Clans, everyone, what do we got here? What's our spread?
And they're just slowly Bruja, Gangrel, La Sombra, Tremere. And he just kind of smiles to you and goes, yeah.
Same hat.
Yeah, but like, what kind of shit do you do? Because, like, I ate a Malkavian once, and I'm just going to be straight up. That's way more fun. So, like, if you can do a lot of the magic shit, I'm getting way more fun fucking with people's heads.
I got you.
Hell yeah.
I got you.
And the Bruja one's like, Tremere with powers of the brain. That's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. And they all kind of sigh, and you can see from their outfits that they are from some of the gangs and some surviving members.
Out of curiosity, how old are all of y'all?
And they all kind of shrug, and you get kind of half-hearted answers from everyone. The range of this group seems to be between 10 to 80 years old.
Okay, so I'm not the
Or
oldest.
kindred.
Well, first things first. Who's been doing their Bible study lately?
The other Tremere raises their hand. Nobody else. He's like, that makes sense.
Yeah.
What's up?
No, I'm just thinking I should take a little bit of a less of a leading role in this one, because clearly no one listened to me in my last pack anyway, so.
No offense, but, like, they didn't listen to you and now they're dead, so.
That's true.
As far as I'm concerned, you probably at least have some good ideas.
Yeah.
What's your name?
Pippa.
Oh, cute. Connor.
Everyone else?
And you kind of hear some mumbles. They look way more road worn. Some of them are half burned. Like, they're more blood than person at this point. So you get kind of some mumbles, and it's kind of a, we'll do that when everyone's better.
This burn was this the Tremere, their Tremere?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he's fun.
Fun is certainly a word for it.
Do you want to know a secret?
Always.
He's been doing things he shouldn't have, and he has some powers that he shouldn't. So we should keep an eye out on that.
I mean, we all can fuck with flesh, so I think we all got something we shouldn't.
That's true. But
like, what kind of?
I just think it's funny.
Shouldn't?
High and mighty Camarilla. He's got some shadows. Not sure how he got that. Wouldn't say.
Ooh.
Was very cagey about it.
You see the little Sombra, like. And You spend your evening talking and having fun with this new pack.
At one point, fully knowing that I've probably Dot can see everything I do.
Oh, absolutely.
I'm going to pick up my phone and I'm just going to send Sybil a heart, not a heart emoji, but like the less than 3.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just going to text her that.
Okay. So as we go to the other side of the city, you guys have pulled up to the house. House seems fine, but it's empty. And Sybil, you get a text from Pippa, less than 3.
Just smile. Send it back. She doesn't know what's been happening. Just send it back. Maybe a winky face after.
Just under the table. You okay?
Yeah, fine. You?
Pretty good. We should talk.
Now?
Later.
Later.
Yeah.
Okay. And Aaron, going up to the house, it's empty, no one's home.
Okay. I show Sybil the main entrance to avoid any Proctor or Anton barriers and whatnot.
Okay.
Don't touch any doors. Just be careful. But this, for right now, can be home.
Anton's house, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, don't touch anything. Heard.
Mm-hmm.
And hearing that, I'm going to go up to Cirrus's room.
Okay.
And start touching things. I'm specifically looking for...
I'm following you. I hope you realize she's not leaving your side.
Specifically looking for a spare phone that I can use.
Okay. Make me wits and investigation.
Gotcha. Two.
Yeah, good.
So as you're feeling around, you manage to, unfortunately, trip something. And you hear a loud click from under the floor.
I wait a few seconds. And... any boom?
No.
Okay.
But make me wits and awareness.
Gotcha. That's better. That's 3.
3. You notice that there is a small section of the floor that now sits a little bit lower.
I reach over, try to pry up any panels.
You are able to pry up about a 3 foot by 3 foot panel.
Sweet.
And within that is a go bag, a few guns, some surveillance equipment, and a stack of dossiers on every member of the Shepherds, labeled Operation Black Star. But the folders look crumpled. And you, from your forensics, would be able, from your forensics background, we won't make you roll for this. You can gather that Cirrus stole these. And he is trying to be prepared. And you see a file on Dr. Amanda Gilbert.
I open up Dr. Gilbert's file and take a look at it.
It currently says that she works at Emory, but she has taken a night shift at Ignacio Pharmaceuticals.
What'd you find?
I found
Ignatius, I'm sorry.
some interesting files. I don't think you've met him yet, but there's another member of the Shepherds that is also good with infiltrating, just not as much of a people person as you are. And he's got some rather nasty info on us that Operation Black Star had flagged.
Operation Black Star.
So
SI.
Yeah. I don't know.
How did he get that?
Yeah, I don't know. He can get almost anything.
Where did he get that is the better question.
That's a good question.
Who?
He works a lot, not specifically for the coterie. So anyone who offers him a job, sometimes it's working with us, sometimes it's on his own, but he could have gotten this from anybody.
It's on you guys.
I don't want to touch any of the tech, but I imagine he was getting ready to get us out if something went bad.
But if he has to get you out, how deep is this exactly? You don't make a go bag because it's someone you don't need to be worried about.
I don't know if he was tasked to find these and deliver them and didn't, or if this was something that he found on another job and picked it up.
Whatever it is, I don't like it.
So I'll grab the stuff as much as I can.
Okay.
And
It's not a lot of stuff. You could probably open the go bag and shove everything
shove it
else
in
in.
there. Okay, I'll take that with me. Carefully put everything back where it was.
There are a lot of weapons. So.
Okay.
All right.
Sybil just staring at all of the guns.
I'm gonna head back downstairs to the fridge and put the spare blood bag from Alejandro in the fridge. It's our only one. I'm gonna leave it there.
And you receive a text from Alpha that says, I think I have a plan. Meet me at the masquerade. And that is where we are going to leave off for this week. Thank you all so much for joining us. We will be joining the coterie next week to see what exactly is going on inside that SI building. So we love you all very much. Take care of yourselves and each other. Good night. At 9 p.m. we're gonna watch Mean Girls. A message to the Bye.